This is an original Christian rock channel. I write music, and, well, it's Christian rock. I come up with riffs on my guitar usually, make a song out of it, and I just keep adding parts. So I'm going to play the guitar first, and then add all the other instruments and vocals eventually, and have a full song. I don't know what the heck it's going to sound like. I'm mostly improvising this, but I have an idea for a tapping riff. I came up with one idea, and now I just kind of modified it. It's not super complicated. I might do that for a verse. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Okay. I think the tempo I have is probably okay for this. Let me try it. Yeah, that works. What you're hearing is a drum loop that I just use as a metronome, so I'm going to replace that by playing an actual drum part. I'll do an intro, half chorus or something like that, and then jump into the verse, chorus, repeat 3 times. Should be good. So I'm going to do the left guitar first. If you have headphones on, you could already tell. I just have this pan to left. I'll have a right guitar that I'm going to track afterwards with a slightly different amp sound. Actually, it's the same amp sound, but I have a different impulse response for the cabinet. Yeah, let me just get started. I was like 99.9% sure I was going to mess up that tapping part, but somehow I made it all the way through. Okay, so I'm going to do a right side, and then afterwards I'll decide if I want to do overdubs, which is very likely, especially in the chorus, because it's a little bit sloppy when I go to that C9. Oh, and by the way, I'm tuned down a minor third, so it's actually not a C9, it's actually an A, but yeah, whatever. But I might just do something real simple in the chorus where, you know, I just hold out the... to just get a really solid into the next... That's a technical term, by the way. Into the next chord, though. So, alright. Right side, same thing. I'm going to do overdubs, like I said. The chorus part is just going to be really, really stupid easy. I'm just going to do that. And that. So, yeah, you can't get much easier than that. I'm going to do a left and a right of this. Oh, by the way, I had to punch in a little section. Apparently my cable, like, I have a patch cable between my tuner and my wah pedal, and I must have, like, bumped it or something when I was tracking, and it went... So I had to just, it's like a little tiny thing, but it was like right in the middle of the solo section. You were going to just hear from a cable crapping out, so I had to punch it in and fix it. Alright though, so aside from that, let me just track this part. Okay, I'm going to do a right side. I throw in an octave pedal effect, and I'm going to do really slow, easy arpeggio, so it's just fifth, third, root, and then I'm going to do the C, but it'll be inverted since the only different note is the C. I'm going to improvise a guitar solo. Got lots of echo on. But this should be fairly easy. I might do some harmonic minor stuff. I'll see. Whatever feels good. So, yeah. I might do something like that, just kind of have like a theme throughout for the bass guitar. I deleted the drum loop. I'm going to sit down and start tracking on my electronic kit. Checking, yay. I have audio. I changed mics. I'm going to do the vocals. I came up with a melody and put down some lyrics in relatively quick time. It doesn't usually take me that long, but this was like 5 minutes flat. So, I don't know. Just song lended itself to an easy melody. I'm going to record it. I think I can make it all the way through without having to like overlap tracks on verse and chorus. So, let me see what happens. So I'm going to do a chorus harmony, and not sure if I'll do anything else, but let me do this first. The vocals are done. I just did the harmonies like 1, 2, 3, and didn't really let it play all the way through. That's like what you would normally do recording, but since I'm doing these videos, usually I have to kind of go right through, but I'm just going to fade it in and out. So yeah, lyrics are going to be in the description box. It's always about my Christian faith. Oh, you know what? I can get rid of this. The monitors are, you know, putting out sound, but they're not up that loud, and I don't have to worry about bleed through anymore. So yeah, anyway, it's always about my Christian faith, and I have a link, which that's the first link in the description box. Actually, I have a second link that you can just click. It's Linktree, and it goes out to all of the places you can purchase and stream my music. I'll mention that first. But the link at the top is to Faith Center in Glendale, California. It's not actually to the building. It's to, you know, it's actually Pastor Melissa. Words hard. It's PastorMelissaScott.com, and she took over from Dr. Gene Scott. He was pastoring that church from the 70s up to the early 2000s. She took over and has been going until now. And it's super awesome teaching. So being a Christian, I am aware that it is very hard to find people that aren't complete idiots and don't have an agenda or whatever. There's just a lot of stupid stuff out there anymore. And I'm not even here to sit here, condemn anyone for that kind of thing, because that's, been throughout history, although I think it's getting a lot worse in recent days. Actual Bible teaching is a lot different than what people think it is, outside of the church. Well, even inside the church, because it barely goes on anymore. But Christianity is not a religion. That's even a thing. Considered a religion, but it's not. Most people that are not Christians probably think of something like the Catholic Church or whatnot. That's a bunch of rules and rituals and regulations, and a lot of Protestant churches, not much different. So if you actually read the Bible, you find out God's not really interested in religion. The Sanhedrin back in Jesus' day was doing the same stuff. It's just a bunch of rites and rituals. Their heart wasn't in it. They didn't understand that what they were doing was just forecasting or, teaching them what was supposed to be actual events that were going to happen. And then when they did, they didn't see it and they didn't acknowledge it, didn't recognize it, because they're more interested in doing the rites and rituals. They think that's it. Those aren't going to do anything. They just are rites and rituals. They make you feel better. Like, oh, look at me, I did this stuff. That's kind of like a works type thing. And if you're in the church, you might have heard something like that, like a works doctrine versus a faith thing, types, whatever. So the works thing, you can't work yourself into heaven. It's impossible, because all of us are in a sin state. It's a sin nature. We're in that state, and you can't work yourself out of it. So it's not like a balancing of the scales type thing. It's just, we all suck. End of story. So we all fall short of the standard. The standard is the law, or Jesus, because he fulfilled the law. He met the standard of the law. Jesus actually has a righteousness of the law. We can't have that. However, we can have a righteousness of faith. So God imputes Christ's righteousness onto us if we have faith. That's how Christianity works. So you have a relationship based on trust, based on love and faith, believing God and amening God and saying, yes, absolutely, what is promised is going to happen. And you just keep walking in trust and in faith that what God says is going to come to pass, that what Jesus did on the cross, he did all of the work for you. He basically imputes his righteousness onto you if you look to him in faith. That's it. Don't get the idea that, oh, I'm basically a good person, that sort of thing. We all fall short. Every single person that's ever existed, save for Jesus, falls short. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, unless you look to Jesus in faith and keep trusting in God and in the promises, that's it. It's either one or the other. So, that's actual Christianity. And what happens to, there are people who do understand the faith thing, but they kind of still add works, and they're still like, well, yeah, but you got to do this and this and this. You don't have to do anything. You just have to keep trusting and faithing in God. And what happens that people miss this, God changes you. It's the power of God acting upon you that changes you as you keep faithing. So you're plugging into the power source, and then he starts, he puts his spirit in you, starts changing you from the inside out. So it's what God does, not what you do. And as you keep trusting and faithing God, God's going to mold you and shape you into what he wants you to be. Think of like the parable of like the potter and the clay type thing. So we can't shape ourselves. God has to do it. So if you're trying to measure up and trying to like change your behavior and act better and talk better and dress better, that's not doing anything for you. It's just making you feel better emotionally and making you feel superior to others. But in fact, you should be looking to God and knowing God has all authority. God has all control. God has all power. And you just have to look to him in faith, knowing that he loves you more than you can possibly imagine. He accepts you as you are. You just have to keep looking to him. And that's it. He'll take whoever as long as they give themselves completely to God. All he wants is you. That's it. Everything you have, everything you own, everything you are belongs to God. And if you can acknowledge that and you can trust God and keep walking in faith, that's what it takes to be a Christian. Nothing else. So you'll find teaching about this if you follow the link. And I hope a lot of people do, because very, very many people, even that say they are Christians, have a lot of misconceptions and think that just showing up to church, singing a few things, falling asleep in the pew, and then walking out, and or whatever else they do, as you know, like that's going to do anything for them. But it's really not. So I can't say enough about it. Click the link, find really great teaching. Highly encourage you to do it. As far as my stuff goes, I'm going to get going on bouncing this down and lining up the videos and editing. And I'll keep making music, so subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you later. I really have to pee, so I've been holding it the whole time I've been recording. So I'm going to shut the camera off and go do that, and you can have that fun mental picture in your head. That's why I'm dancing a little bit here. But the song's coming up next, so enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.